Good afternoon, everybody. Well, afternoon for me, evening for some of you, probably some mornings sprinkled in there. I am Taco, the music Discord community manager, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. We get a lot of technical questions that I cannot answer, and so I'm excited to be joined not only by Lane, who always joins me, but also by two of our all-star Gala engineers, Barry Lee and Alex Gillette, and they're going to hopefully answer some techno-centric questions for everybody. We took a lot from the community already, but if you're in our Discord, jump in there, add some questions. Lane's going to be trolling that. If you're not in our Discord,
always trolling. Discord. Always trolling. Where are they asking questions? In AMA questions or in here and now?
Let's ask in AMA questions for this one. And since I know we have a lot of people in our community who love this stuff, after this chat, I'm also going to add a new channel in there for engineer talk. If people have further engineering questions, you can throw them in there. Hopefully these guys will jump into Discord sometimes and answer, or I'll just say, sorry, I still don't know the answer to these things. So let's start out by talking to the guys. Alex, tell us a little bit about yourself, why you joined Gala, why you love it, what makes you the best engineer in the company.
Hey guys, pleasure to be talking with you all. I had the opportunity to meet some of you guys here in Gala versus Malta. That was fantastic. My story coming to Gala, I joined in March of this year, and if you've heard the story of many others who've joined Gala, I stumbled across it, I looked more into it, and I kind of had that, oh my God moment, like, this is incredible, I have to be here. There's just no question about it, all in, I have to be at Gala. It's just really exciting, it's a ton of fun, the problems and things that we're doing, and we'll talk about today. If you're an engineer and you like solving hard problems and like having fun, like this is the premier place to be. So that's my story. Been working on Gala Music ever since joining. And yeah, I think those were the main intro points there, and really looking forward to talking with you all today.
Awesome. Barry, how about you?
Cool. Yeah, I was previously at a different company working on e-signature product, and I was kind of, to put it bluntly, bored, and had someone reach out to me about Gala, and it looked incredibly exciting. I always like being thrown into something I don't fully understand at first, and be challenged, really to get pushed, and Gala's provided that. I love the music product. As you can probably tell on my back wall, I really love music, so I genuinely want to have this move forward, bring in a lot of new artists and help them get reach. So very excited about this. I don't know that I'm the best engineer. What would make me the best engineer? Maybe a lot more practice and time and patience and humility. That's probably going to make me up there. So, but yeah, that's my answer.
All right, if you guys aren't going to claim it, then I will. I'm the best engineer at Gala. So before we get into the technical stuff, we already put Lane through this previously. We see the guitars hanging back there, Barry. How many guitars do you own?
Currently, that's all the guitars I own. When I stopped trying to be a professional musician, I got rid of a lot of my stuff, but that's everything I have currently. So I guess 4 or 3 basses, 1 electric guitar, and 1 acoustic.
So pretty good.
5, that's acceptable. You could use at least 9 more.
I'm working on it. Yeah,
you got a lot of wall space, man. I'm just saying.
It'll happen. Maybe hang them off of the ceiling, and I want to get like some crazy color too, and maybe a few glass guitars. But yeah,
so. I think if you're going to be doing AMAs, it's a part of your studio space, so you can expense all that stuff.
Hey, you know what? Will do.
Yeah.
Record tank. There's a $20,000 bass I've been looking at. It's a Federa for Vic Wooten. I will put that through and say Taco approved it, so we're good.
I'll approve anything.
This is bug. Now, a lot of new information's already coming to light in this AMA. That's amazing. I've got
Lane and I are just gonna have so many guitars. You have no idea. I'll have guitars right behind my head. I'll just have a walkway. So we're good. We're good. I will expense it.
Perfect. I know that Gala Cow is on our Discord right now, just thinking, come on, guys, get to our questions. We don't care about your guitars. So let's jump into some of these. Lane, we'll start with you. And we've had discussions around this frequently lately. Since music started, we've seen some epic NFTs, some different levels of what these NFTs are. Snoop Dogg, red tracks are maxed out rare. What are we creating that identifies what these rarities are and what they mean?
That's a really good question. So yeah, just to give some backstory and context, when we launched music, we did it pretty quickly, and we took a lot of what was already on the games platform, including the rarity. And if you're in our games ecosystem, we have a thing called, was it Kirilla, where we have rarities of things from common up to ancient. And with the games, typically that is directly involved in the in-game utility and possibly the rewards that you get out of it. They're directly tied together. With music, that makes a little less sense because, all songs are created equal in some ways, even though you might like one more, or there's more supply or demand of it, or it's, a bigger artist with bigger reach. There's a lot of different kind of stats that go into like what we would consider like a music NFT or even tracker collectible or whatnot. So we've actually got a new pricing structure that we'll be rolling out, or a tiering structure. It's not really a pricing structure at all. But with our drops and our releases going forward, where we'll be basically having tiers as well, like you see in games and what you see currently on music, where it'll go from bronze up to double diamond. But within there, they're very strictly defined in what a bronze NFT would cost and how many of them there can be, and what a double diamond could cost and how much of that there would be. So there is a scale there. They basically goes, it's a pretty linear table. So I think it should be a lot more easy to figure out what's more rare or what's not.
That sounds reasonable. I'll take it. Rarity came pretty hard in the AMA channels. We've got a few maybe rapid fire from Rarity. What types of user analytics will it be capturing?
Oh, is that a me question again?
I'll give you a question.
Oh man, weak. So in terms of user analytics, I'm not going to go into all of our tracking metrics or anything like that. But we are doing, a couple of things. One of them is like kind of simple site metrics that you would normally have. What pages players are on or users are on, what they're spending time on, what they're going to first, second, last, where people drop off, where people spend a lot of time. What you consider kind of just standard performance metrics, which is really common across web platforms. Besides that, and probably what you're more interested about is the kind of data that we gather around song plays and about users. And we're obviously very careful that we're not doing anything user identifiable, that we're all very privacy compliant, because that's important to us, and we're in the blockchain industry, so we all have privacy. But we are going to be capturing data based on, how a song is played, how long it's played, when it's played for, is it the beginning, is it the end? Is someone just looping the beginning 15 seconds of it? And the exciting thing for me is, okay, like, a bunch of us here are musicians. It's cool to get that info for us, working on the product, and go, oh, people really like that 15 seconds of that song. That's cool. It's a lot cooler to give that data to an artist if we can figure out like a really palatable way to make that, happen, because transparency and understanding your fans, not just who they're doing, but how they're listening, I think is super, super cool. And it can help you maybe make better music, or maybe make really formulaic algorithm music. And I don't recommend you do that unless you're a computer, in which case, go nuts, make it.
Awesome. Also for you, just so you guys know what's happening, you're going to hear from the actual engineers. I put all the questions in a spreadsheet, and the guys divided it up. And Lane just happens to be top heavy, so bear with us. Well, you love talking to Lane. You did this to yourself, Lane.
I know.
Also from Rarity, what are your metrics to analyze a good or not good user experience?
Oh, I think it almost the same answer as last time. We're tracking a lot of things. So for us, there's if you've worked in like the product field before, lean development, you might have heard of a thing called the one metric that matters. What's the most important thing? And for me, it comes down to the amount of new artists that are being listened to, and the amount of new artists that are getting, support. People are, purchasing their items, supporting, sharing, etc. So that would be my metric that matters. Engagement with emerging artists. I think there's a zillion other cool metrics, just like, total plays on this song, rewards generated by this song, etc. That's all really cool. To me, that's the core of a good user experience with this, though. Are folks finding new music to listen to? Are they encouraged? Are they supporting it? Are they loving it? Then we did a good job.
All right, one more from Repti, and then we're going to move on.
Repti, you're crazy.
Are there any gamification hooks built into or planned for the platform to increase retention? I say gamify everything.
Is music just a game to you, Taco?
All of life is just a game to me.
Very good, very good. Yeah, that's a really good shout. We've got some designs and some ideas around things. I'm not going to say everything is fully set yet. I did a preview at some point, I think it was a Galaverse, where we did show something about achievements and being, the first collector of a artist or the biggest supporter. So yes, we're thinking around ways to, gamify and make the experience a little more sticky, have things to strive for, have things to always do. Even if you're just wanting to come on and play music, you should, have things that you're striving for. But I'm not saying that that's going to be day one either.
Yeah, it might take a little while to build all that stuff in, you think?
Designing achievements and gamification takes a while to make it compelling and to make it really, fun and something that people find worthwhile.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Let's do an actual tech question.
Oh, thank you.
Alex, what coding languages are we building the platform on? I say we, but that's the royal we. I'm not building anything.
I love the question, and I get to steal the mic from Lane. That feels even better. So yes, we're engineers. We love talking tech, and I absolutely love this question. So if you are an engineer yourself, this might make a lot of sense. If you're not an engineer or programmer, it might sound like I'm about to name off a bunch of random Pokemon, which is kind of what it sounds like. So kind of working front to back. So if you've used, I'm sure you've used our front end web interface. We're using Vue 3 packaged with Nux. Moving back, a lot of our backend services, we do a variety. Typically, they're all in JavaScript, TypeScript, but we have a number of REST, GraphQL, different type of services. There's a whole slew of microservices that we have that basically serve, collect, manage, do all sorts of operations that you experience through the app. Taking it even further, there's a lot of different hosting that we use on AWS, ECS, different containerization. And aside from just the tools themselves, the tools are important, but equally as important is the philosophy in which we use them. So we really value agile, rapid, kind of fail fast, iterative development. When I talk about things like containerization and scaling, we want Gala to be huge. Like, we're not here to build something small. So on the onset, when we start building this, we think, how do we build it in a scalable way? How do we make our services, generic, they scale, we can hit them real hard. And we've seen that in Galaverse. We've got these really cool graphs that show all the loads that are happening, who's hitting it from where, some really incredible things. And it's really neat to be able to see it scale in action. So yeah, so that's majority of the tech. If you break it down, there's all sorts of different cloud services and so forth. There's different parts to our different systems. So if you talk about the chain or node, you're going to get different answers. I'm specifically referring to what we call our platform services internally. So pretty typical web dev stack, JavaScript, Mongo. We try and choose mainstream, battle-tested, flagship, ready-to-go technologies. We try not go with any niche or boutique or unproven. Again, we're trying to make this huge and really trying to be deliberate both with the tools and the philosophies in which we build out these systems.
That all made perfect sense to me. And I was hoping we were going to touch on containerization today. And so I'm super psyched.
Sorry, before we jump into the next question, just a shout for our producer, Paul. Some folks on the YouTube chat are saying they're having trouble hearing or there's no sound except on mobile. I don't know what to do about that, but just FYI. Other people are saying they can hear it fine, so I don't know.
Oh,
anyway,
that's interesting. If there's a problem, I'm going to solve it.
check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. All right, carry on with the questions.
Great. This is back to Lane. I'm just going to go top to bottom. Sunburst asks, is the idea to eventually have artists upload their own content independently, like YouTube?
Ooh, great question. And Sunburst, great name. That might be a guitar player because it was Sunburst Les Paul. I absolutely think so. In our future, we really do see this as, you know, an ecosystem. This is your Web3 NFT distribution platform, right? So ideally, we get to a state where people can mint themselves. They can come in, they'll be able to mint NFTs, and, you know, there might need to be some kind of easy on-ramp, yes, just to get them in, but we also might need, you know, folks to have a node or some other requirement to be able to do that. But the intent is that any artist that wants to be able to get on the platform to share their music, to create, should be able to. It's going to take us a while to get there. We are totally concerned with getting the platform right, getting the streaming from nodes right, getting the tracking right. There's like a lot we need to build out first before we open to self-service. And I want to make sure that while we are building and doing this white glove treatment, bringing artists on, that we really get all the bits of the experience right, or before we open it up to everyone and just let them have at it, because that's going to be quite nuts as well. But yeah, that's in the cards for sure.
Awesome. Barry, just to get you involved before you fall asleep on us, we have a lot of concern from people in the community about they're going to have nodes, they're going to have a bunch of NFTs. They want to make sure they're going to be able to run everything. Can
Sure.
you walk through maybe what some hardware requirements might be, bandwidth, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I can walk through the hardware. The software requirements are pretty minimal right now because we're using Heartbeat. Once we wire it into the node, we'll have to put those requirements out because it will change. It will be a little bit heavier, but it's very minimal for bandwidth. In terms of hardware, the minimum requirements are essentially you need 2 cores, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and 50 gigabytes of disk space. And then the nodes need to be running for 6 concurrent hours each day. But that's the requirements right now that we have that I'm aware of. Alex, you can speak to more if you know of any other node requirements, but yeah.
Perfect.
And yeah, if you're a founders node owner, you might remember that we upgraded the requirements at some point where you had to go from like the stage 1 to stage 2. Could absolutely see something like that in the future happening for music, but yeah, like Barry said, we'll update as we're coming closer to the nodes coming online to make sure y'all have the right hardware and the right specs and everything. It needs a 9800 or an 8900 or whatever the top graphics card is. It doesn't need that.
That all sounds good stuff. Juan Kerrigan asks Lane, there'll come a time when Gala becomes so popular, we'll be onboarding artists up to tens, hundreds, thousands per week. How will the release and the publicity for each artist vary? How are we going to know about the lesser known artists if there's going to be a large number of them? Not specifically about the development, but I think still a great question.
That's a really good question because I mean, discoverability is always one of the biggest things with any music delivery platform. You look at, you know, I'm not saying we're competing with Spotify or anything right now, but Spotify's biggest problem is trying to get on a playlist so you can get some exposure, even if you're not in the direct like revenue stream because you're not making that many views. You still need to get that placement so you can get your exposure. Some of the things that we want to build in is having more data-based, you know, actual stats coming into the storefront, the exploration side of it, so that realistically what the community likes and what's getting a lot of plays, those are up there, and you can see what's getting support, what's getting plays, where things are popular, etc. So I think there's a little bit of a almost not algorithmic way because it's not an algorithm, but realistically pushing that forward. At the other side of it, some of our longer term plans do involve being able to support artists with marketing campaigns as you like them and having that again be a very democratic process. And that's a way to also get them front and center and you know, also get that amplification that can happen, not just a platform. I mean, we're not a record label. At the end of the day, we're not a record label. We are a music technology platform built on the chain. So we're not going to be able to ever take the place of a huge marketing campaign that a label could do. But we also encourage artists that have labels and own their own publishing to come talk to us because we can work nicely together.
Linda Manuela did ask, are we going to have our own record label at some point? I think we should, because I think it'd be fun to own a record label.
You can own a record label right now if you want to. Just go start one. It's easy.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. So I'm officially announcing Taco Records. If any artists out there want to sign with my label, and then I have the inside track to get you hooked up with Gala Music.
Awesome. I'm down. I need a $2 million advance though.
Yep. File as an LLC that gets taxed as an S corp. That's my only advice.
They'll get different AMA for a different time.
We got a lot of musicians in Gala. Just saying, I think a Gala band's might be
I
something.
look at all the guitars. I think people would buy an NFT of the Gala band jamming out together. I have a triangle around here.
I was gonna say I've heard someone on the squad can play a mean triangle.
You
aside from Taco.
You and Irrelevant both have triangle skills. We're gonna have dueling triangles up in here.
like triangle battles. People would sign up for that. Lane Grock this asked a question that I've heard a lot of. If I own an NFT and I don't do anything with it, can I still earn from it, or will it automatically pair to a thing? How much involvement do I need with my NFTs?
Yeah, at the very least, you're going to need to, pair that NFT to a node. That NFT needs to be doing some work. People need to be able to listen to it and to stream from it. And if you're one of 5 people with that NFT and you're pairing it, great. If you're one of 100 people with it, great. But you do need to pair it with a node for it to enable any kind of rewards. I think we said it before that there's no actual passive income in any Gala product. Like, you need to do work. You need to play the games. You need to be hosting the music or listening to music. You need to have your nodes doing work, etc.
So what happens if I pair it to a node and that node goes offline?
That's a really good question. So with what we've got sketched out now, it should be automatic pairing. So ideally, that does take care of itself, and it'll pair itself to another available node. Later on, we want to be able to pair to specific nodes, but that's not in the first release that we've got planned.
Oh, I like that, automatic pairing, so I don't have to.
Well, we need to make sure the network is robust and taking care of latency and all the geographical considerations and everything.
For sure. Alex, what are some of the challenges with tracking music plays off of the Gala website?
Yeah, we spend a lot of time thinking about this, talking about this, and I want to kick it off with, well, what's actually easy? It's really easy to just mass collect data. That's why there's, certain laws and security and things out there to prevent that, because from an engineering perspective, it's really, really easy to do. But what is extremely hard to do is all of the verification and validation of the data that's coming in. So, is the data legit? Is someone trying to be malicious? Are they trying to exploit or probe or do something to our systems that we weren't intending to do? With a web architecture, it gets a little bit complicated too, because you can never trust front-end systems. So, just to get a little technical here, when you have your web browser, you can see all of that code. It's all there. That's not just a Gala thing. That's just web development in general. You can see all the network traffic and so forth. So all of that validation has to be server side. So we have to be very intentional and smart and really pragmatic how we go about looking at that data coming in and making sure it's legit and it's right. And people aren't trying to, again, exploit or inject malicious data into that pipeline. So first you have that intake process, but you have to figure too, it's not just the raw data coming in. There's processes that will run on it, aggregations, business logic and decisions that will be made off that. And so you can almost think of second or third order level of data that then we're going to use to make decisions within our system. So I can't go too deep into it because obviously there's security concerns around this, but we are being extremely intentional in how we design it, what we collect, making sure that we are adhering, to all the appropriate laws and things that we have to do to make sure we have a sound and stable data intake pipeline to do all of our decision making and analytics on. So it's really, really hard. It's a hard problem, but I assure you it is taking a lot of our time and attention to make sure that we're doing that right.
Cool. Sorry, I want to jump in again because I'm just looking at Discord. Gala Cow, man, I love you, but software engineers in the US are engineers. They go through proper accredited engineering programs. Yes, you can just be a developer. We've got engineers on staff. So yeah, I know they're civil engineers, mechanical engineers have a yearly certification. Software engineers typically don't, but we have software engineers. So just to put that to bed.
And I'm a community engineer, technically. I have a certification.
The best community engineer.
Barry, Bleeze02 wants to know, can you please add a function that will allow us to hear a snippet of a song before we make a purchase?
Yep, that's in the works. It's going to come up in a future sprint along with V2 of the music site. So yeah, absolutely. It's happening.
Excellent. That's a huge one for everybody. This is kind of a big one, Lane, for you from Ninja. I would like to be able to promote my node, my NFTs, fan nodes to increase listeners. Would Gala consider putting a small marketing pack together that a node owner could push out to get themselves and their personal network supported?
That's a really good question. It's really funny. We were talking about this with artists. I think it was just earlier today. You know, being able to provide, like, especially for, you know, emerging artists coming onto the platform, kind of this marketing kit and being ready to go with that, and just having assets and imagery and links that you could just kind of run with and fill in. So I think that's a really good question with the nodes as well. Having some ability to promote yourself, yeah, I don't see why not. I need to write it down so I remember it though. So
Write it down. Alex, is the engineering and design similar or different to the founders' nodes?
I really love this question. So I want to echo, if you were at Galaverse Malta, Chris Shooter, our lead node engineer, did a really brilliant explanation of it. Earlier, you might recall I mentioned containerization, and the node philosophy is going that same route with their roadmap. And really what that means in technical terms is you essentially have an engine, if you will, that can run any workload inside of that. And it's abstracted, and we call that a container. Just like an analogy, any container, you can put any content you want in it. And so just like we use containerization for scaling for our services and packaging whatever units of work that we might want to do, the nodes are going to follow that same philosophy as well. So as we iterate and evolve and start adding new features and functionality to our node workloads, the node shell itself actually is going to be pretty stable, pretty consistent. But it's that container inside, again, that will have those iterations of features on it. So it's really exciting. Shameless elbow plug to get more engineers on here doing AMAs. Chris Shooter did a fantastic job, kind of going over a little bit at Galaverse, but that's what we're hooking into for our music nodes. In fact, we're in the process of defining, what those workloads are going to be, how they run, what do they do for us. So we're going all in on that. It's a super fun problem, and they're doing a really great job. Too, our internal philosophy is, eat your own dog food. So, we're building this for us and working with the guys to work together and get those node containers in. It's a ton of fun. It's totally custom in-house. It's a blast, and a really, really sharp team on the node team that we work with every week to make that happen.
I have a ton of fun working for Gala and doing what I do. It's fun to see other people getting excited about the things that they're working on. I think it's pretty cool. Another one for you, Alex, because you claimed all the good questions before Barry had a chance to. Will the music player nodes and the Gala music ecosystem be built onto Geary chain? Geary chain, Gyri, Jury chain.
Sorry,
Gary.
Barry.
Bitbender said we're allowed to call it Gary.
I call dibs on all the fun ones, Barry. So funny enough, we use Gary the snail on some of our documentation. So yeah, we say Gary, I guess, either or. So as you know, we're on Ethereum right now. We are all in on Gary. And so it's going to take some time for us to be able to bring that out. We want it to be battle tested, ready to go. We have internal documentation and tools and APIs and things that we integrate with, because Geary is not meant to be built, just internally, but externally as well for other platforms to potentially be built on. So it's really great to be a part of that. And selfishly, it's really fun too because the team is right there. We work super close with them, and it's really exciting. So yes, Geary, it's awesome, and we're very much looking forward to building our systems on that.
Kind of speaking of nodes, also, we get this a lot, and Ed777 just popped it up. If I own a founders node and I own a music player node, can I run them both on the same PC?
So I think the intent is down the road to have an individual machine do that. Right now, I know you can get away with virtual machines, but in the future, depending on the workload and what we design these nodes and these containers to run, that might change. So you have current state, future state. Future state, we're still working on that, but that's how it is at this moment.
Yeah, and I would think it's very much a case of if your machine and your bandwidth can handle what multiple nodes at one time would need to do. Speaking as a very not an engineer, although I am the best engineer.
Yeah, we all have beefy machines as engineers. I mean, I'm a gamer too, right? So I've got, my big tower. It's got all this stacked hardware, and we've got, like brand new Max M1, huge SSDs and all the latest and greatest hardware. So we're probably a little biased because we have some, pretty killer machines, but and we can run, all these fancy, virtual machines and so forth. But we've seen guys host on AWS, virtual boxes, or just one on multiple machines. At one point, I had a separate laptop that I was running it on the side, but the battery was bulging, and I was like, man, if I'm running these workloads on it, like that's kind of dangerous. So you got to be really intentional.
I'm running mine on mostly virtual, but I have one running on like this ancient Lenovo laptop. Like, it's like 2 inches thick or something. It's still like a Core 2 Duo. It's not like the worst thing in the world, but it barely meets the specs of G2, but it works. It absolutely works.
Yeah, so I mean, we're expecting these systems to do work. There's no free lunch. Like, you have to have buy-in and commitment to the running these things. So yeah, you gotta really think about it.
Actually, maybe you guys know. I've just popped over to the YouTube comments. There were some folks asking about the M1 Max, like the new Apple Silicon. And I know currently our nodes don't run on Apple Silicon. Do you guys know if that will change in the future? If you don't know, it's perfectly fine to say you don't know, because I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know that that's come up in the conversations either. Alex, maybe you want to field that, but I haven't heard a spec around M1 specifically.
Yeah, so I actually have it on. I'm on an M1 Mac, and let me fire it up right here. Typically, the machines that I host on, at least for my own, are Windows, and there's a Linux distribution as well. But yeah, I'm on an M1 Mac, and it just fired up. The M1s typically have Rosetta, which is basically like a transpiler or VM, if you will. Not a transpiler, excuse me. It doesn't change any code. But it's basically a virtual machine in which you can run on a different processor architecture. So what works on my machine, as we like to say in the engineering world.
All right, I'm chalking that up as a maybe then. Works on my machine is definitely a maybe. Until it's gone through QA.
Barry, how many engineers are currently working on the music team building this thing?
Well, for defining engineers as software engineers, then I would say 6. But I think, as James has pointed out multiple times on our phone calls, everyone functions in some capacity, helping us make those decisions and make assessments. So they're all part of that discovery. But six software engineers.
And music total right now is at 20, 22.
It's around there. Yeah, not everyone is full-time on music. I think in terms of full-time people, we're like maybe 14, 15. And then yeah, obviously there's a lot of learnings and leverage between film and music as we're building both of those together. So there is some sharing going on there. I mean, someone has asked before, do we steal people from the games team to go to music? And I just want to say, like, no, I'm literally the only person that went from games to music.
Oh, we don't think of it as stealing. Engineers in house, we're all on the same team. When we talk to each other, we have a lot of shared services as well. So it's not, when we build something, it's not necessarily like, oh, this is a music thing or this is a games thing. You might see something more generic that performs an operation, like a wallet or order, type service. And if we build those right, we build it generic. Well, then it can serve any purpose. So we don't necessarily think in terms of specifics. Genericism, reuse, being able to scale these things, again, kind of goes back to the design philosophies. Those are all things that we really advocate and push for when we build this from the get-go. And so we're seeing a lot of reuse from that. And we're always on Slack. We're always bugging each other. We're one team. We get help from each other all the time, and it's a really fun dynamic. Like the node guys, chain guys, they're literally a message away. Probably for the worst, sometimes we can bug them a lot and knock on their door a lot, but that's part of the fun too.
Alex, will there be a Gala music app on iOS or Android?
Yeah, we spent a lot of time thinking about this. The reality is there's only so many of us. We want to build everything, but there's just not enough time in the day, unfortunately. And so one of the things that we've been very deliberate about is how can we build the maximum amount of features and content that is most accessible to everyone out there. And so we all talk internally, what can we do, what makes sense? And basically that calculus really boils down to is we really want to get a web version up and running end-to-end that you can use, on anything that has a web browser. So an M1 Mac, a Linux, anything that can run a browser, you should be able to access the Gala ecosystem. Of course, we're taking a mobile-friendly approach for that as well. I'll be honest, I love mobile. I use it all the time. Having a web app would be great. That's something we want. But again, it goes back to how do we optimize our development time to get the most bang for the buck, features versus availability. So we want to. So be patient with us.
Yeah, I mean, like my standpoint there is we get the. I think I said this on the last AMA too, the one before the base jackers, when the last one me and Alex did. Just that we want a mobile app, yes. We really want to get the platform right first. Same as I said about opening up for self-service, and I think some of those might be independent work streams. But yeah, it does us no good to build out the platform and then build a mobile app and then have to iterate on both at the same time. Let's get one right first and then expand.
Yeah, there are strategies really fun in terms of having a single code base that targets multiple platforms and environments. So just kind of thinking from a fun engineering standpoint, it's a really fun problem to solve. Native or building a generic app that can target these different platforms. There's different experience and development considerations that go into managing either those different code bases or shared code bases. How do you manage all of that and the services that go with that as we roll out those features? So it's not a trivial problem to do that. And so web, again, keep doing the calculus on it. Web really just makes a lot of sense right now. So we're all in there, and we think that's going to allow us to build the most content the fastest and get it to you as quick as we reasonably can with the quality that we want.
I think we're all for being quick. Lane, I get a lot of messages. I'm sure you get a lot of messages about when are we going to sell more music player nodes. Now that we are in the throes of building out this platform and we have an idea of how things are going to work and what we're going to need, how do we feel about where we are with 25,000? Are we going to need more at some point, sooner than later? I don't know anything.
Ooh, so this is a when nodes, but it's one of the variants of when nodes. This is a good one. So yeah, we want to bring nodes online doing work, I think, before we sell more nodes. Realistically, we need to understand what the network needs, like what's healthy for it. So we are going to run out the node software in a couple stages. So being able to run that software, make sure it's doing like heartbeat work so we can get folks up and running, make sure things are flowing right before we start tracking data on the nodes, and then going to the last step, which is of course streaming from the nodes. So we've got a couple of steps that go in there. I could see realistically we bring nodes on, start doing our internal testing, and go, crap, we need more nodes. I could see that happening, and I think we could scale up at that point and do another round maybe. I don't see that we would do another 25,000 at once. Realistically, be more like, scale small to what the network needs, what makes sense for the ecosystem, and what we kind of project the growth to look like. Because there's quite a lot of growth projection in there, but if it makes sense, we'll sell more.
Excellent. Crypto fan, speaking of when we're going to release things, asked any new leak or release date of the music player beta testing. Barry, do you want to handle this one?
Yeah, and Lane, you can dive in on this as well. I'm sure you have more insight, but right now that's in our cycle of build where we've got that in the pipeline. It should be in the next sprint or the sprint after this one. So it will be built. I'm not sure about how the beta testing will work out. I believe the release is coming up for our MVP towards the end of September. Lane, you can fact check that, but
yeah, and I mean, I would like to get us, beta testing in front of users within August if we can. I've always had this little August time frame in mind for getting things out to at least, I know I say every user on the platform because there's a lot of you. But at least, our gold members and our node owners, maybe our stash box owners as well, like everyone that's supported from the beginning, I think we would want to open it up in maybe stages, maybe small beta tests and get feedback. I'm not going to give a date though. I like the end of August. Sounds really good. Because again, we're trying to bring the whole ecosystem online with the platform and with the rewards and all of that by the fall. So it needs to make sense with our timeline. But we definitely want to bring y'all along the ride. And I know our UX team as well, handling a lot of the design, really, really wants your input. So yeah, I think sooner rather than later is in the cards, but it's got to work and it's got to be stable, and we need the QA seal of approval first.
That sounds perfectly reasonable. Illmind has asked Lane, are there any unique features planned to be offered to set us apart in a new market, such as karaoke?
Yes, karaoke. I'm gonna admit I never thought of a karaoke version of Gala music before. In my past, I built a singing app, so I think God, that skill set might strangely be transferable. I know nothing about karaoke in the future right now, but I think in terms of unique features, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot aside from being a great NFT platform and being a great place to discover and check out artists. We've also got these links with the other legs of Gala. I don't know if you've heard about games and film. I think that's one of our biggest unique selling points, to be honest. Like, it's interoperable from like the get-go. And I think about something like the orbs, which is something that could only exist on our platform. And I know some of our games aren't right here yet, ready for the orbs to get some in-game, use some in-game utility, but that day will come. And that's the kind of thing where, you've got just 3,000 unique experiences for folks that can be piped into other forms of media. That is super cool. While we're on the orbs, someone had mentioned the open edition orbs. We will have those in the Gala music player for you very shortly. Apologies that they weren't there before. We kind of launched the orbs before we had a music player. So just to let you know that.
Excellent. Just to back up Illmind a little bit, we're in Web 3 now. There's a karaoke solution somewhere in here. We just need to think bigger.
I thought it was dueling triangles.
Okay, sorry. I popped over. I've been looking at Discord the whole time. I just opened Slack to see, and one of our other engineers on the team says "sing to earn." Sing Andern, sing Andern. Oh my god. That could be a new one. I don't know. We could play with that.
There's a
You
market.
could
for-
gamify it too, kind of like the Jimmy Fallon, like whatever Tonight
The
Show.
carpool.
Yeah, well, no, when they go back and forth, they'll sing.
Yeah.
One person has to sing, and then the next, yeah, you gamify it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that one on myself. I'm putting that on my plate. Web3
Cool.
karaoke with Gala.
Y'all heard me saying it might be sing to take. Y'all might be asking me for money if I have to listen to what I have to sing.
I've heard some people in our community sing karaoke, and we've got some talent out there. For sure.
Whoa, there is some. Oh my god, yeah, there are some crazy folks in our crew.
Yep, Kate.
Latanya brings it proper, doesn't he?
Mhm.
Oof. Sheesh.
I think we are getting toward the end here. I wanted to at least ask you guys before we take off, what are some things you're excited about for the future of the platform? Alex, you want to take that one first?
Yeah, things I'm excited about. I got to be honest with you guys. As an engineer, I mean, this is without a question the most fun place I have ever worked. So it's not necessarily just one thing. I think Gala is greater than the sum of its parts. So when you combine the chain, when you combine the nodes, when you combine the platform, and all these music features that we're building, every now and then I take a step back and I'm like, holy crap, I can't believe we're doing this. Like, this is freaking awesome. So I come in pumped to work every day. It just feels so dang good. So it's all of it together. I think that really makes this special.
Barry, what do you think? What are we excited about?
What am I excited about? I'm excited about karaoke. I'm very excited about that. No, I think I'm excited about. We have some initiatives to get more reach and bring in more grassroots local artists in. I'm very excited about that. There's going to be some planning around it, and I'm hoping that we can really help these bands find their place in the market and grow. That's probably one of the things I'm most excited about right now.
I'm excited to answer people in Discord that say, when node launch, when token rewards. When node launch, like I said, online in stages starting like end of August-ish. When token rewards, yeah, probably October for the real token. There's a lot of things that need to go into place. Software development takes time, and we want to do it right. So asterisks, that's still what we're aiming for. It's still the check the pins penguin, though. I mean, it's still saying fall 2022. I'm not changing anything.
Around October. Awesome. Lane, I don't know if you saw any other questions we need to jump on right now, or stuff that we can address later in the channel.
Yeah, some people have some really good questions that I literally can't answer yet, which is annoying. So some of it is just, it's a secret. It's a secret. Just wait. Just wait. Have some fun and check out. No, I've answered a couple people in here. I think if we've got any wrap-up questions, anything for the whole group, I like that last one. If you got any more of those, let's do it. I'll check that too as well.
That's my best wrap-up question. What are people excited about? What instrument are you guys going to play in the Gala band? Barry, I'm guessing you're playing bass. Alex, do you play anything?
Right now, no. I did play the recorder in 5th grade. So if you guys want to hear some sick tunes, I might have to, brush off the cobwebs.
I might play trumpet. I don't know. I haven't played that for a long time, but trumpet, euphonium, maybe one of those. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe we have like a Gala marching band. I'd be down with that.
Yeah, I think I might play the electric zither. It's a dream band. You can play whatever you want, right?
It's true.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. That was pretty good. Almost 50 minutes of engineering talk. Like I said, I'm going to put an engineering chat channel into our Discord if you want to drop by and ask their specific technical questions. So that would be amazing. Of course, we're always in there. I'm always in there if you have questions about whatever. And have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks, folks.
Thanks, guys. See you, everyone.
Thank you. See you.